Welcome back, Tamers, and it's time for the King's Court. So today we're going to be uploading a deck profile on the updated D Brigade / Digi Police deck. Last time I was at my locals for a traditional tournament because we had a structured deck tournament this week, which we were not able to go to due to some complications in our scheduling. I took this to my locals and I got second place, only losing to Bloomlord Rose. Bloomlord Rose. So overall, the deck is pretty good. I have ratios that I want to adjust later, but for right now, we're gonna go to what we have here, and then of course we'll talk about it as we go on. Make sure, of course, as always. Again, if you've seen this by now, thank you for helping us reach 201 subscribers. If you're subscribed, thank you. If you haven't yet, why don't you give us a chance? You know, we upload a lot, almost every day, with the exception of a few times when we're just a little behind. And yeah, of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications so you know we upload daily, almost. And also make sure to check our social media. Link will be down below in the description box. And I guess my question of the day is, since a lot of the Digi Police stuff comes from Digimon Seekers, have you guys been reading it? Are you guys interested in more how that series is going, and how effectively Digi Police is going to be treating D Brigade for the rest of the time? Leave it down below. All right. So let's go and start with the Digitamas. We are playing 4 copies. Oh, I already got one down here. Sweet. 4 copies of BT14 Missimon. 1 attacking once per turn. Your turn, actually. By returning 3 cards with D Brigade or Digi trace from the trash top of the deck, Digimon gains 2k. This means your 4-drop Commandramon is now a 7k 3-drop, which is pretty nutty. And this basically means you can recycle stuff. Say you lose your Tamers, you can recycle Satsuki's. You want to get your DCD bomb to the top of your deck, you can do that. You want to get your level 6 back, you can do that. You can recycle just about everything in the deck. Which is pretty good. So I like running this egg. You could run Pagu if you want, or you could run EX3 Missimon for reboot. But you have Satsuki for that, so I don't think you really need to. Alright, we'll start with the rookies now, which are still the vast majority of our deck. So, first rookie we play is 4 copies of BT14 Commandramon. So this is the first Commandramon to have the Digi Police trait. It's a Cyborg D Brigade Digi Police. Leveled up. Sorry about that, guys. Forgot to turn off my ring, but it's okay. No, we do Pokemon on this channel, so it is kind of cool to have that. Anyway. So, this is a new Commandramon. On play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Digi Police or D Brigade trait among them to your hand. Return the rest to the top or bottom. Which is actually pretty nutty. Doesn't trash them and just lets you get them back. And since it's a Digi Police or D Brigade trait, you can get the Tamer, you can get the option, you can get just about a lot of stuff in the deck off of them. And then inheritable, I love this inheritable. All turns this return when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by one of your effects. By deleting one of your other Digimon with the D Brigade trait, prevent it from leaving. Now, this is where you might see my newbiness. We didn't use it at all. I still assumed I died in battle. But since it says other than by your own effect, would that mean you could prevent yourself being deleted in battle? I'm not sure, because I know, but that never came up, and of course, does not stop D-Digivolution, because when they say this Digimon, they mean this Digimon stack. So, yeah. Next, we play 4 copies of BT14 Commandramon. This is the alt art we got in BT11 as a promotional rare. And all it is on deletion, play a Commandramon from among the top 3 of your cards of your deck without paying the cost, place remaining on the bottom of the deck. And you're going to see with a champion we play, that this triggers it. And because of the inheritable of this Commandramon, you can delete this, so you get to play another one. So it's pretty good. I had a game where I went this, into this, into this, into this, which is kind of funny. Four copies of the 2-drop Commandramon. What can I say? A 2-drop 3K is still pretty good. Being able to swing in with this, it'll live most things. It can not die to most things, surprisingly enough. And but it being 2 cost, if your opponent gives you 3 memory, if you want to choke them, you Digivolve in Raising, and then you just plop 2 of these down and put them at 1. And that applies a lot of pressure. And our final rookie we play is the 4-drop Commandramon from Star Deck 5. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where it is properly put this, so I'll put it right here. Okay, so 5K. It's a 5K vanilla, but that's all you really need from it. And it's a 4-drop, which means your opponent gives you 4. You can play this down and something else. But you do well with this. Again, this becomes a 7 DP attacker thanks to the Missimon, which takes out a lot of champions and can even trade with some ultimates, which is pretty nice. Now for our champions. We'll start with probably the best one of the few now, which is 4 copies of High Commandramon. Did 1 for 2, which is fine. He costs 4 to play. So he has a special rule, and the rule is that his name is treated as Commandramon, which means he can come off of the play cost 3 Commandramon, which is pretty good. And when attacking, if you have the top 3 cards of your deck, you may play 1 card with the D Brigade or DD Police trait with a play cost 3 or less among them from your hand, without paying the cost. Put the rest at the bottom. This can get you most of your Commandramons. It can get you the Satsuki because it says DD Police trait. It can get you the next champion we play. Oh, it's inheritable, the same as the other Commandramon. And this is what we play. We play 4 copies of BT14 Numamon. By placing one player when Digivolving, by placing 1 Satsuki Tamahime underneath him, you give 1 of your Digimon Rush for the turn, and it has blockers. So you can go Digivolve, have this on play. Digivolve into Numamon, and you put Satsuki. So not only does it now have a blocker, but you're able to do some interesting combo plays. And you're going to be surprised how often that comes up. It actually comes up a decent amount of time. So yeah, he's pretty good for that. Plus it's a 3-drop, so it's pretty good. We only play 4 ultimates, which are just 4 copies of Cargodramon. So on player, when Digivolving, you may play, with the top 3 cards of your deck, play 1 card with D Brigade or DD Police traits with a 4 cost or less among them, without paying the cost. Trash the rest. So we go back to trashing. And then all turns, once per turn, when one of your other Digimon is deleted, with the top 3 cards of your deck, you may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. So, if you want to be technical, the way this actually will combo off the best is if you have the High Commandramon or Commandramon underneath, and they try to get rid of you, you delete the 3-drop, and you get to play the 3-drop effect, and then this one's effect. Pretty good. I can understand the need to want to play Tankmon or Tankdramon. I can understand. I can also see the idea if I want to play Steeldramon. But for instance, with the ratio work for me, I've adjusted the ratios only slightly, and I'll explain. I was playing 1 Steeldramon. Don't think we need it now as much. Alright, now for the big boys, the big guns. And we start with 4 copies of Brigadramon. So when Digivolving, delete up to 7 play cost totals of your opponent's cards, Digimon. So this lets you get rid of Pomus. Card let your opponent basically get rid of floodgates. And during your opponent's turn, all your D-Brigade gain blocker. And at the end of your turn, reveal the top of cards of your deck. Play a 7 cost total of cards with D-Brigade or Digi-Police. It's a Digimon cards. Just as cards. So you can play the Satsuki's. You can play the DCD Bomb. If you pop something. Or DD Bomb then pop if you have the cards. And then trash the rest. So pretty darn good. 12k. Not the biggest attacker, but it's fine. Again, with the Reiki's 14, so it's pretty good. And to be spicy, and a combo, I still like playing 2 copies of the final weapon of the D Brigade, Darkdramon. EX3 Darkdramon. You could play BT4, but I like BT EX3's one. So, when you would Digivolve into this card, you may return up to 5 cards with D Brigade in their traits from the top of to the trash top of your deck, and reduce the cost by 1 for each return this way. And then once per turn, when you would play another Digimon D Brigade, delete your opponent's Digimon with a play cost less than or equal to the Digimon played, unsuspend its Digimon. So this combos with Brigademon's effect, because it'll delete something, you swing with this, oh, it doesn't suspend, okay. End of turn, play, say, the Cargo Dramon, okay. You could play this, you interrupt, play this, it'll unsuspend, and you get to pop something, 7 cost. Yeah, this is really good for comboing and attacks as well, because if you get deleted, you play stuff. And then our final 2 cards, because of course, are 2 copies of Death Axmon. Why wouldn't we be? D Brigade has been one of the best decks to abuse this card. That hasn't changed at all. So, yeah. When you play this card, it's a 20 cost, so you'd have to be a 10 to play it. But remember, for every card your tamer, for every Digimon and tamer your opponent has, reduce cost by 3. So if they have 5, it's a 5 cost. If they have 6, it's a 2 cost. And if they have 7, or it gets Crossheart, it's free. And then on play when Digivolving, you Digivolve your opponent's entire board by 1, and then delete all their level 4 or lower. And then end of your opponent's turn, delete all of your opponent's Digimon at the lowest level. So when I was testing against one of my friends, I was playing Machinedramon, by the way, which I'll do. Leave it down below. Do you want to see an updated Machinedramon list? Because I have made some updates to that deck. I played Hover Espimon in that deck against a Death X, and Death X has to delete your lowest play cost, so Hover SP is a 5 cost, and I only have the Machinedramon, so Machinedramon could never get dealt with, because this was on the field. It's something cheeky, I thought it was funny to share. Alright, now, for our next few cards, we're going on options, and the next 4 should be no surprise to anyone. 4 copies of Defense Training. Yeah, we're playing the new training cards. Main, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Add 1 black card among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck in any order, then place this in the battle area, and then delay, trash it. When your Digimon would evolve into a black Digimon from your hand, reduce the cost by 2. This makes all your champions free. This makes your Cargodramon 1. This makes Brigadedramon 2. And if you don't have enough D-Brigades and trash for Darkdramon, it can make Darkdramon either a 3 to maybe even free as well. So, pretty darn good. And then we still do play, I still like to play 2 black memory boosts. We'll have 1 each of the Altarts. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add a black Digimon card among the rest of your hand, put the rest at the bottom, and then place in the battle area. And then delay, trash this, gain 2 memory. You could play Pride instead if you really want to be more aggressive. You could play Pride. I will not even front. You can play Pride memory boost as well. Our next 2 options are just 2 copies of our grenade, our DCD Bomb. So Digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Then by returning 3 cards of D-Brigade or the Digi-Police trait to the top of your deck, delete up to 6 play costs. So you can Digivolve 1 and then delete 6. So I've had it where my opponent did have a champion and 2 floodgates. I played this, popped the Digivolve the champion, and then popped the 2 floodgates because they are both level 3s or play cost 3s. And then security is activate its effect. 2 copies of Ultimate Flaru. Who anyone who knows me personally knows I love this card because it's hilarious when it goes off. I played against in my match against Bloomlord that I won second game. He had champion a bunch. He had a mega bunch of level 3s. I just dropped this out and play cost reason, got rid of him. He made a board against and then got Death X, and it was like, how do you come back? Everyone knows this card, so it's easy to level 3, then pop all your opponent's play cost 3s. Our final 4 cards are some of the best cards, and I think at my locals is why most people built this. The people who built this deck, besides me, played this, and that is because it is 4 copies of the new wifey for people. 4 copies of Satsuki Tamahime. She's a very good tamer. I won't even front say she's not. She's amazing for the deck, for what the deck can do. So security, play her without paying the cost. Starting your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain of memory. That's pretty good. That means if you have all 4 out, you're at 4. You gain 5. You gain 4 memory. You could be at a 5. Pretty good. And then main, Mind Link. So Mind Link is a new mechanic that was introduced in this set with her and Eiji from SOC. So Mind Link just says you tuck her underneath one of your Digimon that has either the desired trait or name. So she can Mind Link with either Numemon, Monzemon, or Digipolice. And since you're excuse me. Since you need 3 cost Commandramon, your High Commandramon, your Cargo Dramon, your Brigade Dramon, and your Numemon are all Digipolice, she can Mind Link with them. And then, while the Digimon has Numemon, Monzemon in its name, or Digipolice traits, it gains Jamming and Reboot. And then, end of all turns, you can play a Satsuki from the sources. So, while she doesn't work with all the new stuff, all the old stuff, like I wish she just did D-Brigade and not just Digipolice, it's fine, because that means if you don't have Dark Dramon, again, Dark Dramon usually wants to spend itself anyway. So, yeah. She's really good for that, but hold on, 3 cost tamer means Blackboard Grandma just looks at her and like, you're going down. So, guys, that was my updated D-Brigade deck profile. Again, we got second place in my last locals. I will probably play this again and adjust ratios, but I like the way it worked. This deck actually has been doing well in Ultimate Cup because of the new rules, but they're going to reverse the rules anyway, so who knows, this might still do great. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great time. This has been the King's Court. I'm Michael, Resident Thick Boy, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.